Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Winters and welcome back to this Let's Play series of Star Trek Online. For this episode we are going to continue purchasing some of our endgame gear, specifically fleet gear. So the first thing I'm going to do is beam up to my ship, and then we are going to leave Chronos system. As you can see, we're back on Chronos at the minute, and rather than transwarping to the fleet starbase, I'm actually going to manually set the course for the fleet starbase. And the reason why I'm doing that is I just want to show you guys where the fleet starbase is. Of course it will be quicker if I transwarp there, but I just want to take the time and show you where the starbase actually is. And if you look here at Ganalda Station, just slightly north of it, you can see Klingon Fleet Starbase. And here's Chronos, so it's not that far away. And if your transwarp is ever on cooldown, you now know where the Klingon Fleet Starbase is, and you can manually set a course there. So that's why I wanted to do that. Since we're going to the starbase first, the first thing that we're going to pick up is... Whoops. I don't know how I veered off course there, but I did slightly. The first thing that we're going to pick up is... let's see, what will we get first? We have to get 2 beam arrays, if I remember correctly. So we'll pick those up from the Fleet Starbase. While we're there, we'll also pick up 2 Elite Fleet pets, because they come from the Fleet Starbase. And they're actually quite pricey. In fact, they're very pricey, but they're worth it. And where will we go after that? We'll probably go to the embassy, I think, after that. What I want to get from the embassy is a bridge officer. There are some truly amazing bridge officers that can make a huge difference to your build, and for your space build, that is. And they're pretty expensive. It's quite an investment, but when we get there anyway, I'll show you guys why they're so good, and why you want to get these particular types of bridge officers. Anyway, this is the Fleet Starbase. If we go over here, we'll do a little bit of a tour on it first. So here we have the Commissioned Duty Officers vendor, which is this guy. I know it's kind of dark, but there he is there, Personnel Officer. And you can purchase Engineering, Science, Tactical, or just random duty officers. If you go for this one, which is the cheapest option, you can see it only costs 500 credits. If you go for a career specific, it's 750 credits, and that's just for commons. You can see the price changes as you go up in quality. But these ones will give you civilians as well, or can give you civilians, as well as engineering, tactical, and science. So yeah, if you want to get some additional duty officers, you can purchase them there using fleet credits. Here we have the mail console. Up here we have the commendation console for filing commendations. And here you have the holiday decorations. If we put up 2017, see it there. We can put up a different one. We'll put up 2014, it changes. But anyway, so I'll go back to the transporter pad. Alright, so this is where you beam in, and from here you can talk to the transporter officer in the bottom right hand corner, and you can transwarp to the colony if you have it unlocked. You can transwarp to any of the other fleet holdings as well, providing you have each of those unlocked. But we're going to go down this ramp here, and we're going into the back. By the way, the bar is down there. There's a bar down there, and you can chill out and get some blood wine. But this is where we're going. That's a turbo lift that leads to other various levels like engineering deck, tactical deck, and so on. But this is the guy that we want, the Fleet Space Requisition Officer. Okay. We are going to go for, well, I wonder what the weapons are like on the colony. Do you know what? I'm going to hold back on picking up the weapons. I'm going to check the colony first. But I will pick up the pets. Right, so the highest quality pets you can get are elite fleet pets. Alright? You can get very rare ones from the Dilithium store. But if you want to get the absolute best, you go for the fleet ones. We are going to stick with the gunboats, the elite Jem'hadar Vanguard gunboats. We can see here that they get Polaron Dual Beam Bank, Polaron Beam Array, Quantum Torpedoes, Beam Fire at Will 3, Attack Pattern Lambda 3, Evasive Burst 3, Brief Increase to Flight Speed and Turn Rate and Defense, and a chance to initiate ramming speed when below 50% health. They're pretty sweet. There is a wide variety of pets that we can get here. Some of them are unlocked, some of them are not. For example, if we went with, see these elite Jem'hadar attack ships, you actually need the tier 5 or tier 6 Jem'hadar attack ship to unlock these pets. They're nice, but I actually think that these are better. I think these are actually better than any of those other ones. I'm not going to go for Voth or Zindi or Romulan or Nausicaan or anything like that. I want to stick with Jem'hadar. So I'm going to go with the elite Vanguard gunboats. So I'm going to buy 2 of them, and that's 200,000 fleet credits gone right there. Okay, that's all for here for now, but we will put those onto our ship. Yeah, we'll put them onto our ship. That's the pets sorted. So that's okay. Let's see, where will we go next? We will go to... I think we'll go to the embassy. Yeah, we'll go to the embassy next. So we're going back up to the transporter pad. We talk to transport officer, transwarp to the fleet holdings, and take fleet shuttle to fleet embassy. Okay, so this is the fleet embassy. There are quite a few little nooks and crannies to this whole place. This is the main foyer or lobby. You have bank and mail access over there. But where we want to go is actually in here to the left, which is the turbo lift. And we are going to Ops. And this is the Ops level. Now, for Klingon or KDF aligned characters, you actually have to come down here to access the consoles. And you can see here we have the option to requisition bridge officers. Now, I'm going to open up my character sheet first, and I'm going to go to stations. I am going to put a Romulan bridge officer in this tactical station, and that is the only one I'm going purchasing here. It's going to be a Romulan tactical bridge officer. Okay. The reason why I'm going for this guy is, if we click on requisition bridge officers and we scroll down a little bit, Romulan, male engineering, male tactical, here we are. If we look at the very top, it says space abilities, and just below that it says superior Romulan operative. That is a starship trait. And if we look again at our bridge officers like this guy, and we go to traits, we can see that they have 4 ground traits. Okay, this guy has 4 ground traits, this guy has 4 ground traits, this guy has 4 ground traits, and so on. Now I do have some bridge officers that have a space trait. You can see here, Engineered Soldier Space. It's a space trait, and it gives a +5 to all weapon damage, 1% critical chance, and 2.5% critical severity. And I've got a couple of those. There's the other one, okay? This engineer and this science guy. And if you look here, there's the engineer guy right there, and here is the science guy, okay? This science station is going to be taken up with Mr. Potato Head. Everyone knows him as Mr. Potato Head. Basically, do you remember the hierarchy from Voyager? The guys that look like Mr. Potato Head. He has a trait called Pirate, which is a space trait as well. More often than not, you are going to find bridge officers have all ground traits. Space traits are very, very rare. And this superior Romulan operative increases your crit and your crit chance and crit severity, as well as reduced cloak cooldown. So the reduced cloak cooldown is not going to benefit us whatsoever. This is the rare or blue Romulan male tactical officer. This is the guy you have to go for. Now, even though he's rare or blue, once you purchase him, he will actually turn purple and become a very rare duty officer. It's a little bug that's in the game, but it's a good bug. If we scroll down further, we can see we do have more Romulans down here. We have a male, but he's got superior subterfuge, and we have a female who has superior subterfuge as well. And they're no good. If we look at the science ones, very same deal, superior subterfuge. If we look at the engineering, same deal again, superior subterfuge. This rare or blue Romulan male tactical officer is the only guy that has the superior Romulan operative trait. Not to be mixed up with the female here that has Romulan operative. Alright? See the difference? Romulan operative and superior Romulan operative. Okay? So, 80,000 fleet credits for that guy and 17,000 dilithium. Buy. And my recommendation to you guys is, for every tactical station that you have on your ship, purchase one of these guys. So if your ship only has one tactical station like me, then only purchase one of them. If your ship has 3 tactical stations, then purchase 3 of these guys. If it has 2, then purchase 2. And you can purchase more than one. So all you do is cancel, get this guy to join your bridge crew, and then go back in. And if we look here, see, we can have the option to buy another one. Okay. So anyway, where is he? Is this him? I think this is him. Yep, it is. Excuse me. Now, here's superior Romulan operative. 2% critical chance, 5% critical severity, and plus 15 power recharge speed for cloak. Alright, so that's irrelevant. But the 2% critical chance and 5% crit severity is pretty frickin' sweet. In fact, it is beautiful. Even better than the engineered soldier. Okay? So you can see there, like, if you do have these Vanguard bridge officers, because that's what these are, you want to still replace, because alright, this guy is a Vanguard, and see, he's a tactical, and he's got the engineered space soldier. Okay, granted, he does have the plus 5% to all weapon damage, but the crit chance and crit severity on this guy is double what it is on the Jem'hadar Vanguard officer. So this dude is going in here, and I just have to select, boom, in he goes. Right, I will fix up his abilities later on. I'll give him tactical team, attack pattern beta 2, and beam fire will 3. I'll do that later on. Right, next we are going to go to, I want to say, the colony, but we have to go back down. We're going to the shuttle bay this time, and we are going to take the shuttle back to the Starbase, because there is no direct link from the embassy to the Starbase. See here, take shuttle to fleet Starbase. And you have to do that. You kind of have to hop between all of them. And the Starbase is like the central hub for all fleet holdings. You can get to anywhere from the fleet Starbase, assuming your fleet has them unlocked. Right. I'm going to go to the Colony World X. I want to check out the weapons, because I haven't really gone there an awful lot, and I haven't checked out what the weapons are like. I might be coming back to the Starbase to pick up 2 weapons if I'm not happy with the Colony World ones, but we'll check them out. They're worth a look anyway. While we're here, I want to check my stats. I'm at crit chance 8.5. Right. How else am I boosting that? Okay, right. I'll explain that later on. I'm not going to explain it now. Anyway, so this is the Colony World. You have to move forward a little bit, and down here you'll get the option to beam to Colony, like we just did there now. What we are going to pick up here is a warp core. Definitely a warp core. There is a really, really good warp core available from the Colony World. And we're going to take a look at the weapons. So, this is the Colony. And you can see there's a lot of Lucari and Kintari here. And the vendor we're looking for is just up here and to the left. And you have space and ground right beside each other. And we're going for space. And we're going to start off with warp cores. And the one that I want is all the way down here at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Amp, efficient, shield weapons, SSR, and weapons cap. Amp, efficient, shield weapons, SSR, and weapons cap. Okay. So the amp is a modifier. All of these are modifiers, okay? The amp modifier adds 7.5... adds 3.3% all damage per subsystem with 75 or more power, okay? That's an extra, what, 13.2% bonus damage just for having your power levels right. And that's a pretty big boost. The efficient modifier, plus 17.5 ship warp core efficiency, improves power levels when low. So it's nice. It's not fantastic, but it's nice. S2W adds 7.5% of your shield power to your weapons power as bonus power. Okay? So whatever the base value of your shield power, it adds 7.5% of that to your weapons. Now the reason why I'm going for that is because once I upgrade this warp core to elite, because it's at ultra rare at the moment, it's going to gain a new modifier, and that modifier will be W to S. So that'll be 7.5% of my weapons power to shields, and then I'm getting 7.5 of my shield power back into weapons. Now that means off the base value, before the warp core actually does this 7.5% bonus power. It's not after the fact, it's beforehand, okay? SSR is slipstream drive recharge, 100% faster. And WCAP is weapons capacitor, which is repairs offline weapons systems, and plus 15 weapons power for 10 seconds. So that's the core I'm going for. And that is a pretty freaking sweet warp core. As you can see, there is a wide variety of warp cores that you can choose from. There is a massive list. And there's even more. You can get more of them on the Fleet Dilithium mine as well. There's a totally different set of them there. And there's more of them at the Fleet Spire as well. So you need to go around and check them all out and see which ones are going to do it for you. This warp core also has minus 10% weapon power cost and plus 10 resistance rating to subsystem power drain, as well as all the other stats. plus 7.5 additional shield power, plus 7.5 additional engine power, and so on and so on and so on. Right. Energy weapons. We don't have them. Haha, right. That answers that question. Is there any of them here that are unlocked? No. None of the weapons are unlocked yet. Okay, that's fine. Let's have a quick look. Elite, that's anti-proton. Where's Polaron? Just get a look-see at the Polaron. Polaron heavy cannons, dual beam bank, beam arrays. Here we are with crit D times 3. So this is the one we would be going for. Restores. Okay, so these have a proc to restore 121.9 shield regeneration, increased by crit severity. Okay. Yeah, they're nice. They're quite nice. Definitely good for tanking builds. They're only 14,000 apiece. I might come back here at some point in the future and I might purchase them once they're unlocked, but we don't have them unlocked yet. Not the end of the world. Okay, there's a whole bunch of stuff. There's a crap ton of vendors here on the colony world, so feel free to explore yourself and see what there is. We are going back to the fleet starbase. I'm going to put this warp core on the ship, and we talk to security chief.
Need something?
Travel to fleet starbase. Yep. So yeah, anyway, now I know that I have to get my weapons from the fleet starbase. Believe it or not, I'm not going to go for the elite weapons, and here's why. Elite weapons from the fleet starbase are only disruptor for the KDF side or phaser for the Federation side, and I'm using Polaron weapons, so I'm going to go for the advanced weapons. The elite weapons have a similar proc to recharge your shields, which is nice, but I'm not that interested in it. I might go back. Honestly, well, let me think about it. Yeah, do you know what? I'm probably just going to stick with these weapons, even when we do unlock the weapons from the colony. I'm probably just going to stick with these ones because, do you know what? They're pretty top notch, to be perfectly honest with you. All right, advanced weapons. Here we are. Everything is in alphabetical order, so we're going down for Polaron. Polaron is what we're going for. Right, here we are. Polaron beam array, and we're going to go for crit D damage times 3. Now notice that these weapons have an additional modifier. Alright? But they don't have that proc modifier, obviously, that was on the ones from the colony world. But anyway, yeah, we're going to go with crit 3 damage times 3, and these are only 14,000 a piece, and 8,500 dilithium. So if you were to, let's say, dump in 10,000 dilithium to get your 10,000 fleet credits, that would be a total of 18,500 dilithium each weapon would have cost you. If you are purchasing weapons from the dilithium store or from the reputation stores, you're looking at about 20,000 a piece. So you're actually saving about 1,500 dilithium by going with fleet ones, basically. So yeah, I'm going to buy 2 of these bad boys. Advanced Fleet Polaron Beam Array Mark 12 crit D damage times 3. Yep, you betcha. And another one. Alright, that's that taken care of. So, let's put those on our ship. Right, what is next? I am thinking tactical consoles. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, all done. tactical consoles are next because we have those done as well. Excellent. Okay, we're going good. We're going really, really good. Transwarp, and we're going to other fleet holdings, and then to the Spire. So the Spire has fleet tactical consoles, and it also has warp cores. What else does it have? It has some kits and modules. You can purchase some additional slots. You can purchase some pets, and I feel like I'm forgetting something. There's two varieties of tactical consoles that you can purchase here. Traffic control, dock at Spire. Yeah, so there's vulnerability exploiters and there's vulnerability locators. The locators increase your critical chance, and the exploiters increase your critical severity. And this is the vendor here, Requisition Space Equipment. And yeah, no, that was it. So we have tactical consoles here: crit hit, crit damage, advanced fleet warp cores, elite fleet warp cores, advanced fleet singularity cores, and elite fleet singularity cores, hangar pets, and then some just additional unlocks. Locators, yeah. So they give at Mark 12 Ultra Rare 1.6% boost to your critical chance. Okay. Actually, where here? This is the one I'm looking for. Yeah. So if you would go with, all right. First of all, see this one here. It says beams. So this boosts any type of beam by plus 27.9%. And you can see this one is for all cannons, mines, torpedoes, and they all do the same thing. But when you get into specific energy types, look at it now, plus 31.9%. Okay, so we will go down to Polaron and plus 31.9%. Now, our current tactical consoles, if we look at them, plus 30%. And these continue to go up the higher you upgrade them. Okay, so the more you upgrade them, those numbers increase even more, right? Okay, I'm trying to do the math and figure out how many I want to buy of each. I think I know. I'm going to buy 3 of these Polaron exploiters. They're 50,000 a piece, so they're quite pricey, but believe me, they're freaking worth it. They are a beautiful tactical console, and quite simply, they are the best in game. Hands down, they're just the best ones. That additional either crit chance or crit severity is just too good to pass up. Alright, so 3 exploiters. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to go for 1 critical hit chance. So a vulnerability locator. Yep. And buy 1 of them. Perfect. And we can close that down. And we can slot in those tactical consoles. I think I'm quite happy with that. Okay, what is next? Next, I think I am going to go with... I'm going to go with some trait unlocks. How many fleet credits have we got left? We've got 350,000 left. Okay. I can purchase a couple of traits with that. Right, so... by the way, you have bank mail and exchange access here around this thing. Over here you have some additional slots. You can requisition some duty officers here for fleet credits. You can see there's a variety of them, starting from uncommon all the way to very rare. These 2 slots are extremely useful. Very pricey, 150,000 a piece, but they can really add to your build. I might talk about these later on in the series when I have a surplus of fleet credits. I know I've got fleet credits now, but I'm not going to waste that 300,000 on these two at the moment when I'm not even ready to take advantage of it yet. So just know that they're there. Right, traffic control, and I want to go to where do I want to go to? I want to go to the Fleet Starbase, and from the Fleet Starbase I'm going to go to the research lab. Now I know I probably should be buying some ground gear. You can purchase ground gear, as in weapons, armor, shield, from the Fleet Starbase as well, by the way. And I typically do go with fleet gear, but these are Jem'hadar characters and they've already got like Jem'hadar gear, so I'm thinking I want to stay with that. Normally I wouldn't. I would definitely go for fleet ground gear. That is usually what I do. But because this is a Jem'hadar character with Jem'hadar bridge officers and so forth, I think I'm going to stick with that gear. So anyway, yeah, we're going to go to other fleet holdings and research lab. Now, what did I say I had? 350,000 fleet credits left. I am going to blow through all of that here at the research lab, because what I'm about to purchase is unbelievably pricey, but can make such a big difference to your build. Kind of like the traits that I was just showing you guys and talking about at the Spire. These are just different traits. Well, they're not traits, they're unlocks. I'll explain more once we get in here, but they are very, very pricey. Okay, so we'll open up our character sheet, and if we go to the traits tab, you may remember I mentioned that you can purchase an additional 5th starship trait, or a space reputation, or a ground reputation, or an active reputation trait from the Fleet Research Lab. That is what we are going to do here. Okay, we're going to purchase some additional trait slots, and this is where you do it. So it is 100,000 fleet credits for R&D project slot. If we go to R&D, we can see this is the slot here. Purchase this slot from your Fleet Research Lab. Okay, 100,000 credits. Active reputation trait slot, 150,000 and 50,000 dilithium. Space reputation trait, 100,000 fleet credits and 25,000. Same for the ground trait, and then the starship trait, the mother, 250,000 fleet credits and 100,000 dilithium. I told you it was pricey. Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 50. Those three would put me at 0 fleet credits. Or I could go with this one and one of these. What do I want to do? I honestly don't know. How many traits, starship traits, do I have? I don't have a huge amount at the moment. I'm thinking, yeah, I'm going to purchase these 3. And we'll get the starship one later on in the series. And that's me out of fleet credits. And if we look now at traits, we can see these ones are now open to us. So let's find something to put in here. So what happened there was I clicked on this one to bring me directly to it, because I know there's nothing up here that I want, because I would have picked it already. So basically I'm starting from this trait and going looking at all the ones below that. There's all weapon damage. What's this one? Plus 5% bonus weapon damage. That I think we have a winner. Oh, I have to be in a social zone. Okay, alright. I am out of fleet credits, aren't I? Fleet credits 1000. Yeah. Right, I need to start building up more fleet credits. Contact traffic controller, return to sector space. Should put us directly outside the fleet starbase, even though we're at the fleet research lab, which is in the Delta Quadrant. Once you return back to space, it'll actually put you back to your starting position. And that happens all the time. And we are going to set a course for Chronos. Looks like we're going to have to do that twice. There we go. And then back to Chronos. Okay, traits. Where do we have this one? Yes, here we go. Boom. Alright, we have a winner. Ground reputation. Same thing, we'll start from this one. And let's... minor shield penetration. I think we have a winner. Yeah. And then active reputation. What will we do for active reputation? Shrink AOE damage, which is area of effect for anyone that doesn't know. Damage hazards. Slow hold foes. Creates a level 66 anti-time entanglement singularity for 12 seconds. X amount of physical damage, 100% shield penetration each second. Radius starts at 4 kilometers and continually shrinks. Minus 75% flight speed and turn rate while within singularity. 25% chance hold target for 1.4 seconds. 12.5% chance hold target for 1.4 seconds versus player. Only occurs in certain circumstances. Right. Alright, so exotic really affects this. That's interesting. It's an interesting one. Let's see what else we have. Tractor and shield damage. Faces the target... Wait. Force challenge will tractor your target to you and deal shield damage to their forward-facing shield. This is a challenge to your opponent that cannot be denied. Yeah, that's not really impressing me. And I don't really have many other options unless I go for a ground one. What will I do? I could go for a ground one. A Danu runabout warps in and flies around for 30 seconds. The runabout is armed with phaser beam arrays and photon torpedoes. Only occurs in certain circumstances. Only affects certain things. Okay. Activating this trait will summon a miniaturized Danabu runabout to fly around and shoot phaser beams and photon torpedoes at your foe for a short duration. That just sounds like a lot of fun. But I really like this one for its heal. This is a great heal if you're low on damage, health. It's actually a really, really good one. Do you know what? I'm gonna try this one. Might change it later on. If I do, it's not the end of the world. Right. Okay. What do I have to do now? I have to sort out my new bridge officer. I have to train him up into his skills, because the ones that he's got now are crap. Let's have a look at our stats. 10. Oh yeah, that's nice. So they say, alright, they say you want your crit chance and crit severity to be at a ratio of 1:10. Okay, that's what they say. Obviously, you know, the more your hit chance the better it is. The more crit severity you have, the better it is as well. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I will probably increase it further. I might replace one of these with another crit chance console. I don't know. I might re-engineer these weapons and give them all crit D. In fact, I probably will, because you get more bang for your buck by going for crit D here. Yeah, okay. Let's beam onto the first city. Actually, I don't need to go through the bridge officer abilities on camera, so I think we will leave it there for now. Yeah, we will actually, because there's nothing else to show you guys in relation to fleet gear. I may purchase other items from the fleet in the future, so there may be a part 2 to this particular episode. But yeah, thanks a million for watching, folks. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like. That would help me out enormously. As many of you know, I'm only starting off with these Let's Plays and getting the channel started, so I really appreciate all of your support. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below, and as always, please subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. My name is Winters, and I'll catch you next time. So until then, take care.